In this video, I'll continue to review what we've learned and introduce you to the printing features of EQ7. I have a project that I created some time ago called Baby Blocks, and I'll open it. This project has blocks and fabrics and quilts, and I'll select this quilt and edit it to the quilt work table. Notice that I have plain fabric in this layout instead of piece blocks because I want to show you how the swap tool works, and this quilt's perfect for that. The swap tool changes one fabric color to another all over the quilt. It's a quick and easy way to recolor designs. Watch. I select a fabric from the palette, and when I click on the quilt, all fabrics in the quilt that match the fabric I clicked on will swap to the new fabric. Let's do it again. Select a fabric. Now click on the quilt to swap. I'll click Add to Sketchbook to add this quilt to my project, then View Sketchbook. I'm going to click the Note Card button and name this quilt. After I've typed a name, I'll see it right here. I'll also see it when I print this quilt. Close the sketchbook. Let's print this quilt. The quilt that I want to print is here on the work table. Click the Print button and choose Quilt. There are several options you can select here, but I'll just leave everything as it is. Click Preview to preview your printout. EQ7 will always print your quilt as large as it can on the paper. Click Print. Now I'm going to edit a different quilt from my sketchbook with pieced blocks so we can look at printing patterns. To print patterns, you first must tell EQ7 what part of the quilt you want patterns for. Watch. Right now we have a whole quilt on the screen. No block is selected on the quilt, so EQ7 sees only a whole quilt and gives me only two printing choices, quilt and fabric yardage. If I want to print patterns for a block, I must select the block first. I'll click the Select tool, then select a block on the quilt. You'll see this frame showing the block is selected. Now the Print button gives me lots more printing choices, choices for block patterns as well as for the whole quilt and yardage. Let's look at a couple of the patterns. Whenever you choose to print a pattern from the quilt, the size of the block is automatically set for you because EQ assumes you want to make the block in the size you've designed for in your quilt. This option gives a foundation pieced pattern if your block is suitable for that construction method. This option gives rotary cutting instructions for the block. And you can always print templates for any block. So, to print patterns, remember to select the block on the quilt first, and then select the pattern style you want to print. It's as easy as that.